What's the deal, y'all? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday, and I intend on doing the exact same thing, you guys. What's up? Now, I'm gonna let you guys know right now that this video is going to be pretty short, y'all, because I don't have a lot of time now, because I just did my Love and Hip Hop review, so now I gotta go and get ready for work. So this video ain't gonna be no more than about 10 to 15 minutes long because I really got to get going. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, the first thing we're going to get into with this, because this is all basketball wives stuff. This is nothing but basketball wives stuff, all right? So first things first, we're going to get into Takari. Takari called out Chantel a couple of days ago. I think the day that the episode aired, and then Moniece Slaughter decided that she wanted to put in her unfit 2 cents into this whole situation, right? So let's go ahead and get into it. So Takari said she doesn't even know our mom. If she did, she would only try to protect her. She didn't deserve to be done like this on her platform, and that's all I have to say about this. So after she said that, Moniece decided that she wanted to respond and say, now, Takari, you're doing a lot, sis. At one point in time, this was you and we all defended you too. You was hollering about neglect and that you too were a victim of Jackie. So I guess I'm a little confused. If you're not going to talk about it, don't talk about it. Because you sure did go through the comments and respond to dang near everybody to talk about it, LOL. And it was your mom first. Now it's your sister. So if you're going to address anyone, address your sister. Because let's also be clear, was it not you that posted something after one of the episodes aired and nobody reported on it until your sister addressed you publicly, just as you done her publicly, but we never saw your response to her response to your initial public shade and outreach? Then that's when Takari said, everyone keeps saying that they are confused. That's because it's my business, LOL. Also, you've never seen me attack my mom. The only reason you know about me is because I was spoke about by the cast for years. What you saw was me defend myself against claims of being a con artist and a scammer for having a GoFundMe for my hurt child. The internet and the show took my son's accident and made it about a donation. I didn't bring this info to y'all. My book was my side of what y'all seen going on. Another thing, I said what I said. My mom wouldn't be out here facing the world alone if they all left or whatever. I did not speak on their fight. That's their issue. I addressed what I wanted to. You have a good day, sis. So then Moniece says, I wasn't referring to your GoFundMe or your son's accident. While I do remember that being a source of contention, what you said were things that were very similar to what your sister is saying now. Um, about your mom, about size, deflection, etc. You even said that she ostracized you because of your complexion, and it was brought up and pushed to the forefront because the world was shocked about the GoFundMe. And then Jackie brought it to TV. So all I'm saying is now that while it is your business and your family, you wrote a book, and your sister made some pretty strong allegations. And so I would think that if your goal is to genuinely heal, then you'd address your family, not us. That's all. And I'm speaking from experience. So all I can say is that healing doesn't happen on the internet, but the tough conversations that the world is not made privy to more often than not will get the job done. Then Takari responds, well, all I can say is I know Chantel speaks for me a lot, but she's not my advocate. So I came on here last night to clear that up for y'all. I don't hate anyone. And if someone feels alone in this world, my heart would feel obligated to be there. That's just who I am. I wish nothing but an abundance of peace and healing for both. I don't have that much hurt in me. You saw me address my mom in the first couple of seasons emotionally, but calmly. So no, I wouldn't have seized an opportunity to hurt Jackie. That's your heart and your mentality. Can't put that on me, sis. Also, ma'am, Chantel and Brittany were addressed. You must have missed it. I waited on live for them to come and confront me with their allegation and speak to some folks that had their own allegation against her. They didn't come. So that is what happened. Now, here's the thing. Y'all know I used to be an advocate for Moniece. If you ever looked at my Love and Hip Hop Hollywood reviews, you do know that I was a big advocate for Moniece. I did not like nobody speaking on her motherhood or her as a mother. That was everybody's go-to line, everybody's storyline, and all of those things. But I'm just going to really need for Moniece to shut the fuck up, because she was the main person that did not want people speaking on her situation with her and her motherhood. She didn't want nobody talking about it, and everybody used it as a silver bullet for her. So I'm not understanding why she feels the need to have anything to say about anything anyway. This ain't got nothing to do with you. So why the fuck are you even talking? which is my point. Why the fuck are you even talking, and why do you have anything that you need to say? We really don't care about what you're talking about, honestly. We don't. So you go somewhere and sit your ass down and we can move the fuck on. That's what we can do. So, girl, go to hell. Like, Moniece didn't even have to say anything. So, shut up. You just want to have something to say. But, you know, it's funny how when someone is on the show and you love them a lot, but then when you see their antics on social media and make you think twice about the fact that you ever liked them in the first place. Girl, moving on to the next thing. So we're gonna get into Miss Ming Lee. Now, Ming Lee has came out with a public apology to Jackie. So this is what she said. She said, Jackie, I'ma keep it real. After watching last night's episode and thinking back to how everything played out in real time, I owe you an apology. If anything I said or did came off offensive, that was never my intention, and I'm truly sorry. I was under the impression that you swung first, and that shaped how I saw it. But watching it back, woo, it hit different. I don't condone violence at all, and it was hard to watch. As a mom, I understand where your emotions were coming from. Anybody in your shoes would have felt the same. This whole situation reminded me to stay out of family business and focus on my own damn business. I really do hope that you all can heal from this, because that was tough to witness. Now, that came from Miss Ming Lee, and I must say that was a well done apology. I think it was very sincere, and I do think that it was genuine. That goes to show you, if you don't know everything that's going on, stay out of these folks' motherfucking business. Stay out of their business. That girl came up in there and manipulated all of you motherfuckers and made you all think that Jackie was the one who threw the first punch at her and all this other stuff. Didn't tell nobody that she pushed that lady first and all that other stuff. And she got slapped the fuck out of. That's what the fuck happened. And I don't feel bad for Chantel in the least bit. I don't care about how she feels. And people can feel however the fuck they want to feel. And people can be mad about it all the fuck they want to. Y'all be mad about most shit. But all I'm saying is, like, stay out of it. And I want to know if Evelyn gonna apologize and if Brandy gonna fucking apologize. Because, yeah, no. So shout out to Ming Lee for actually taking out the time to apologize to Jackie for misjudging. So we're gonna get to the last part of this, and this is Jackie and Chantel. Now, Chantel came out with a statement of her own, and let me tell you what it said. It said, I'll start by saying, if you've never dealt with a toxic mother, then you truly have no idea what it feels like. As painful as it's been to watch these moments of my life play out on TV, I know my younger self is proud of the woman who finally stood up for herself. The truth is, this dynamic isn't rare. It happens more in families than we'd like to admit. Narcissism, jealousy, lies, lack of accountability, gaslighting, abuse, hiding, assault. We just talk to keep it in-house and suffer in silence, and I chose to break the cycle. What you witnessed was a masterclass in narcissism, someone lighting the fire behind the scenes, then walking away so you can look like the arsonist. I know what really happened on and off camera all season long. So no, the internet cannot bully me into submission. You know the TV character. I know the mother. She touched my arm and I pushed her off of me. She swung plain and simple. It's unfortunate that things played out this way, and I wish it never happened. But if you knew our history, then you know that this was a long time coming. I may not be proud of all my choices this season, but I'm also not ashamed. This is my real life, and I doubt anyone judging me lives a perfect one. I see the hate mail, I see the judgment, but I also see the messages that say I've dealt with this too, and this reminds me of my situation. To those of you with heart and understanding, I see you and I appreciate your vulnerability. To those of you that met me with threats, vile statements, and extreme judgment, may you never understand my plight. Celebrating my darkest moment says more about you than it ever will about me. I've always been misunderstood, and this chapter of my life is no different. But I will answer to God, not imperfect strangers who never walked a step in my shoes. I will keep my head up and my peace in focus. And as I continue to grow as a mother, a wife, and a woman. Chanel Christy Jeffries. Okay. So that was Chantel basically responding to all of the backlash that she's received for this past episode of Basketball Wives. And girl, you can take that statement and shove it, because at the end of the day, you have been on one this entire season. And it ain't just been with your mama. It was with the likes of Brandy. It was with a lot of people. And like I said before, all of the things that you say that your mother is and that you don't like about your mom, you're doing the same exact things that your mother is doing or have done. Like we said before, and I really want to make this clear. Ain't nobody saying that Jackie is a victim. Ain't nobody saying that Jackie wasn't no bad mom or no toxic mom or anything like that. Because at the end of the day, I've always said that I believe your story and I believe Takari's story. I've always said that. What I don't agree with is the way you've gone about it. Instead of really trying to talk about the situation, you have tried whatever it comes across as an expose. That's how it comes across. It doesn't sound like a person is trying to heal. It doesn't sound like a person that really wants to get past anything. It sounds like someone that really wants to, get in front of people, get in front of cameras, expose somebody and try to hurt them. That's how it comes across. And like I said before, I have many, many issues with some of my family members in my immediate family. But one thing about it, I would never put my hands on them on national TV. And I can always speak my truth without making it come across a certain type of way. And that's the problem that we're all having with you, Chantel. And I'm not trying to take away your trauma, because I got my own trauma that certain people don't fucking understand either. So I'm not trying to take away your trauma. But the way that you go about certain things is the way that people are going to look at it. And you don't really have nobody else but yourself to blame for the way this shit has gone down, to be quite honest. And that's it. And that's all I got for you. So with that being said, y'all, what do y'all think about this whole situation? How do y'all feel about Takari checking Moniece? How do y'all feel about Ming Lee's apology? And what do you have to say about Chantel's statement to the people? All right, with that being said, this is your boy Scotty by Nature TV. I gotta head to work, which is why I had to run through this really quickly, but I'll talk to you at another time. Bye.
Cause I know what I want. I guess I could pray to the man up above, start a new path with unconditional love. I can build a new life out of this mess, moving on to a place free from the stress. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. All of my life, and you know it hit the worst when it starts with the night. I'm the type of nigga shit that can speak for itself. See, I'm a bad little nigga with his heart as well. Say it best from the heart, so it beating is felt. Just a sense to see you smile, someone probably can melt with the cause is dealt. Nigga, I was just wishing, can I be the only bad bitch that you hit like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hit like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hit like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hit like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hitting like?